All right, good morning. So it's January 31st, already through January, and we are in Psalm 18 today, verses 46 through 50. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump in, and we'll see where it takes us. And so this morning it says that the Lord lives. Praise be to my rock. Exalted be God, my Savior. He is the God who avenges me, who subdues nations under me, who saves me from my enemies. You exalted me above my foes. From a violent man you rescued me. Therefore I will praise you, Lord. Among the nations I will sing the praises of your name. He gives his king great victories. He shows unfailing love to his anointed, to David, to his descendants forever. So, in this passage, David is concluding this psalm of victory, of praise, and he's essentially been reflecting on his life and the hardships of his life, and kind of concluding that this morning. What jumped out to me from this passage was actually the verse 46 at the beginning of our reading for this morning. It says that the Lord lives, praise be to my rock, exalted be God, my Savior. Now, what caught my attention from this passage is the word exalted. To exalt means to lift up. To exalt means to raise, to elevate. And so David in this passage, after reflecting on all that God has done for him, he said, exalted be God my Savior. And so what's interesting about that is obviously God is already the Most High. Like, there's nothing that you and I can really do to lift him up any higher. And so what does David mean by this? And I think that I think essentially what David is saying is that we can't really lift God up like any higher than he already is, in the sense of his placement in the universe. But we can lift him up in our understanding, and we can lift him up in relation to ourselves, where we trust him, we place him above, and we trust him before anything else. I think that for us as Christians, the thing that we have to continually be thinking about and wrestling with is, am I exalting God with my praise, but am I also exalting him with my practice? Do I lift him up with my words, but do I lift him up with my actions, in the sense that do I trust him above all other things? And so I know that for myself, that is a challenge. Is am I exalting the Lord not only in my praise but also in my practice? Am I placing him above everything else? Am I trusting him to be my protector? Am I trusting him to be my provider? And all of these things that we see David doing here throughout his life. And so that was just kind of what was sticking out to me, that the Lord is worthy of our praise. He is to be exalted, but not only exalted with our words, but also with our actions, in the sense that we are trusting him and putting him first. And so those were the thoughts for me from this morning, from this passage. And so, in what ways does that challenge you? In what ways do you need to exalt the Lord and place him above anything, all the other things in our lives? So think about that today. Today is also, we've been doing a hashtags for the day. I know it's a little corny, but I just thought it would be cool. So today is Take Time Tuesday, which means this. Today, we have busy lives. Take time to just pause, to rest, to reflect, to connect with God. Take time to do that today, especially when you feel it yourself, you feel overwhelmed. And also, take time to connect with someone else. Often in life, we can we can treat people as objects in the sense that they just get in our way. And you and I weren't created to be treated as objects. We were created to be connected to. And so today, take time to connect to someone, perhaps your children or a coworker or spouse, whoever it may be. Take the time to connect to someone in a meaningful way and bless them today. So hopefully that makes sense. We will see you guys tomorrow morning. Love you. Bye.